don't need to send those.
Well, but then it gets recorded and kept on the,
Okay,
on
so
the,
I'll send you the 2 documents that Tammy sent me.
okay.
That are some images to look at and also just directions on what to do. Is that?
Oh, that would be perfect. Yes, thank you.
I'll just send those.
Is that Laura?
It is. Hi.
Hi, Laura. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Oops.
Laura, do you want me to send it to your front, your admin assist email?
That would be easiest if that's okay, but I can get it from lots of different places.
I just want to tell you, yeah, I'm gonna send it there.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Just send the instructions and then.
But there'll be more people coming in. Oh, you think? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Joyce.
Okay, and I have one more that I'm sending you.
You are wonderful. Thank you so much.
So I sent you the postcards that we have.
Oh,
Perfect.
Instructions.
okay. Great. Should we close this door also, or do we leave this open?
If it's not noisy, we can leave it open. I think the 8 o'clock got out a little earlier than usual today, which is.
They sure did.
Surprising. So sometimes we leave it open because we have people from the 8 o'clock coming in a little later, but I think today. Well,
I see somebody.
Today we left it open for Beth.
Is that where I sit?
Yeah. That, you know, when you come late, you sit next to the teacher.
You want to go and have a piece of art?
Okay.
Part of it?
I know.
No. Oh, I
don't know if we're supposed to eat them already or hold it for.
Yeah, just, you're just.
Obviously, it's not religious art.
No, but could be any kind of art, so. All right, we'll go ahead and start here. And then if more come in, I guess they just find a spot around the outside. Thank you all for being here this morning. Joyce, did you want to start?
Oh, yes, I will just start by saying this is St. Mark's Adult Formation on February 9th, 2025. And it's being led by Tammy Minuti, who is a spiritual director here at St. Mark's. And the topic, I'm not sure if I can pronounce correctly, Imago Divino.
Yeah, you got it. Davina. It's okay.
Divina, whatever, okay.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
That's all I need to say.
Thank you.
That's just so that
yes.
people who watch it on YouTube know what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joyce. And thank you to Laura, who's in the background there. And to George for inviting me. And I'm just thrilled to be here today. So we're going to work with these little postcards because I think after talking with Joyce, it was going to be the best way to keep us all, you know, kind of together. But I want to start out just going around the room and just say your name and anything that you love about art, like a museum, an artist, what type of art maybe you create, just really quickly. Can we start with you?
Yeah, and Vincent Van Gogh, my favorite.
And so your name.
Yeah.
Oh, Andrea, sorry.
Janet, I love the power of the connection. There's always a connection.
My name is May, and I love the Art Institute of Chicago, just saying.
Agreed.
Where I think a lot of these postcards are from.
Some of them are, yes.
My name is Lindsay and I've loved creating art throughout my life, drawings and watercolor in particular.
David, and I like being able to see the brush strokes.
Hmm.
on the canvas.
LB. And I am not an artist, but I am the daughter and granddaughter of oil painters, and so I grew up in it. The smell of turpentine is.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
I'm Joyce and I like appreciating art. I like doing art. I have more artist friends that I can count almost. And I particularly loved when I went to the Art Institute and saw this piece of Butler quilt exhibit. It was just spectacular.
It was amazing.
Mhm.
Thank you.
It's Molly. And I like lipstick and also impressionism art. I just think it's something unique and interesting about all of them.
I'm Jamie, and I think first thing I'm thinking about art is my oldest daughter. I've really enjoyed watching her go from stick figures on a piece of paper that look like nothing to doing like charcoal drawings and digital artwork. Just watching her grow over the last 10 years. Amazing.
Thank you.
My name is Anna and I appreciate art because I have a brother who likes to draw and paint. And I have a granddaughter who, since she was little, she also would draw like little sticks. And then as they grow, seeing the difference. And now her son is following her steps too.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
I'm Jane. I have zero artistic ability and I look at these things and I'm just so appreciative of the gifts of others that enrich our lives.
I have to interrupt and say, I feel like you have a certain artistic ability, and that is to pick fabulous earrings. I think we need to celebrate the artistic in each of us.
I love that.
That's right.
That's funny. Thank you.
Yeah, which ones to put on?
I mean, every week I would say.
I just told her that. I said,
Follow that. I'm John. I cannot draw a straight line, but my mother was an artist and got a lot of her art in my house. And I would say probably that my favorite art is Impressionism too. I just love the flow of Impressionism.
Thank you.
I'm Dave, and I'm thinking about, I think we're most of us talking about visual arts, I'm thinking about music as art. But in terms of visual arts, the thing I love about it is the surprise that comes after a second look. The first impression is like, okay, whatever, but then, so kind of on topic for today.
Yes.
Yeah, that is,
Yes,
yeah.
thank you.
I'm Vicky. I'll give another vote for Impressionism. We lived in North Carolina for a while, went to college there and lived there for a while afterwards, and I enjoyed pottery, and I learned about a potter's wheel, and I love doing it, and I love metaphor of it, I guess, or the sense of centering too. That was very meaningful to me. I'm not doing it right now, but
Thank you.
I'm John. I have been a news photographer and a professional photographer for more than 50 years. And it's been really my creative experience in my life, really. I started when I was about 8. And but I enjoy music as well, and just about anything else that's artistic.
There you go.
Thank
I
you.
love pipe organ music. And the theater and classical as well.
Thank you, John.
no more. I'm Beth. And my parents dabbled in art
My, first paper dolls were created by my mother when she was a girl. What I find in art is that it brings the artist alive. It brings that period, no matter when it was painted, it's alive again. It's right there in front of me, no matter if it's 14th century or happened in the 20s or whenever it happened. I'm seeing some musicians right now that the artist is depicted, and there's life and vibrancy in this picture, and that's what I feel in every piece of art that I see, that I can understand.
Thank you. And I'm Tammy, and I love Georgia O'Keeffe. And I've just loved her work since I was a child, and I love going to a museum and just spending time with like one or two pieces of art. And so that's more my speed. So that's what I'm going to share with you today, is just kind of a slowing down. We're just going to spend some time with the one art postcard, but we're first going to start out with just a breath prayer. And then at the end of the breath prayer, I'm going to ask you to think of a word or a question or a statement that, is resonating with you today. And then go ahead and write it on the back of, when we're done with the breath prayer, I'll ask you to write it on the back of your card or in your card. If you'd rather, if you're already thinking, oh, I want to send this to someone, I put little note cards out here too, and you can just write on the back of the note card, because you're going to go ahead and take all this home with you. Okay, so just kind of settle in, get comfortable, and we're gonna close our eyes and take a few deep breaths through our nose. And settle your feet on the floor. Just imagine the air that you're breathing in through your nose and out. Imagine your lungs expanding and contracting. Imagine your heart pumping. And the blood flowing through your veins. And then if there's any part of your body that is wanting your attention, it needs to be rubbed or adjusted, go ahead and do that now. If there's anything that really needs your attention. Stretch, you need to stretch. We want to just kind of scan our bodies. You can start anywhere. Make sure you pay attention to each part of your body. And if it's tight or wants something, go ahead and spend time with that area. And go ahead and place your hands over your heart space. And just drop down into that heart space. Past your inner critic, past your to-do list, or what's next on the agenda, and just breathe into this heart space. Say thank you to your body. Thank you. And go ahead and think about what you might want to focus on today. Whether it's a word that you want to bring more into your life, a question that's been on your mind, or a statement about where or what is going on in your life. And go ahead and give yourself some space to come up with that and then write it down. So this next portion is going to be silent, except for I'm going to keep time by chiming on the singing bowl. And I've printed you out instructions, but I'm going to go ahead and you don't have to worry about the timing. I will just chime the singing bowl when it's time to move to the next portion. Now, you can't do this wrong. So if you are wanting to stay in the first gaze or the rest, or, you just do this however, you're feeling drawn to. This is just to kind of keep us on track with time here, right? In case you're going into the next service. So this will be silent again, except for the bowl. You could move around the room or turn your chair if that's better, or if you needed to go to a different space, even in the church, just you would have to do your own timing, or maybe you've got really good ears and you can hear this. So So it's gonna be a total of 20 minutes. And then we'll have the opportunity to share after that if you want to. And there's, you can write on the back of this paper or on the cards, everything, you'll be able to take with you. Are there any questions? No? Okay. All right. And, started. meditate and journal. So if anyone would like to share about anything, either their piece of art that they chose or something that came up during the meditation or anything that you would feel comfortable sharing, I invite you to share.
Like, no, nobody else knows.
Thank you, Jamie.
So anyone can see this, it's a Dali picture. It's a statue of, or it looks like a statue of a woman in the front with very indistinct features, a clock on her head. If you look closely, the face actually looks like it's a bunch of fish, a school of fish swimming around in the water. And my opening thought was that stability is transitory, and you need to learn how to ride the chaos, ride the flux. And this picture kind of spoke to me as this woman has these thoughts that are just swirling and swirling and swirling around that clock, that sense of time, needing to be in place, and that regimented positioning, that the adherence to clock time, mechanical time, ties us down, weighs us down, and gets us grounded so we cannot move because we have to be in a place at a time and do a thing at that time. It regulates us. The second thought, I noticed a little red person. I thought at the top looked like they're kind of crawling away in pain. And on closer inspection, I saw it. Maybe it's a person, but maybe it's a shoe. And that's a reflection of the fact they need to stand up and move to get away. And as I was looking at it closer, I saw that the woman's chest right above her heart has the exact same shape as that shoe in her flesh. Like the heart is yearning to be up and moving and walking away. And maybe that walking is going to be suffering and painful, but it's the only way to get over the horizon. It's the only way to get out of this and move. So the thing I thought I was being told to do is eat fish. Eat the fish, be one fish, move in a direction, get up and walk.
Very practical.
And it really ties in with the gospel today. So.
It's perfect.
Lots of fish. Lots of fish.
That's called White Beauty by Google. And I really like, so when I first looked at it, I saw this as the top of the head and this is the bottom. And then that's the way I was looking at it for several minutes. And then I realized, oh, I wonder if it's the other way. And this is the top of the head and this is the bottom and the eyes on the other side there. And so I kind of played around with that and like looked at both sides. And to me, it felt like when this was the top, the the bird was looking kind of like curiously at something in the distance. And then when this was the top, looking like more angry almost, or like, more passionate or something. And so I was kind of looking at the like comparison of the two and about that.
Thank you.
Well, I have a picture which shows 4 men dressed in these riots of colors. And I picked it up because I saw individuals that I could identify with. Well, the man in the front is looking at me saying, I dare you.
I'm sorry, didn't hear that.
I dare you to come
Oh.
into our group. And so I decided I need therapy.
I think we all did.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. Thank you.
This is a drawing of water lilies by Beatrix Potter. And
By Beatrix Potter.
by Beatrix
Oh,
Potter,
wow.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
I know she
Peter
was an
Rabbit.
artist. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I thought of her as an author, but I guess she illustrated her own books, so, and they're beautiful, so, I mean, so this picture, the water lilies attracted me because I grew up as a fan of Claude Monet, and I used to practice painting Monet style water lilies, and these are definitely different, but that and Beatrix Potter reminded me of my childhood and my child's childhood. We actually did we actually put on a Peter Rabbit puppet show for my firstborn's best friend. They were the same age when they were toddlers. So there was a lot of nostalgia, and looking at the card, it attracted me because it reminded me of a beautiful, simpler past. When I guess I always knew deep down how loved and how safe I was. And right now I still feel loved, but I don't always feel safe. I don't always feel like the future is as promising as the past used to be. And it made me think of, what I noticed as a child and how I saw all the beauty in this artwork and in the nature that the art represented. And it made me think, but there's always more beneath the surface. There's always more depth. It's always more complicated. And I thought about all the anxieties weighing on me, and I thought, well, do I feel like I'm under the water now? And I really have to look up, and should I see all this weight of concern for the future? What if I saw this weight as water, which still has a lot of weight, and can make me feel like I'm drowning, but it's fluid. It's not like I'm completely trapped. I can move through it. I can
Swim.
I can swim. I can pull myself up. I can get back to this beautiful surface. And do I have enough hope to swim up? And do I have enough trust to swim down and look at what's underneath and so some of my thoughts were a little darker than that, but this picture was trying to, my main question was life and rejuvenation and can beauty and life bloom anew in the midst of chaos and anxiety and struggle.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I think this picture that I got, is similar to what you were saying, but you know, of course, with a little different, these are two figures that, are so fancy. And so that was the light part of your lilies, maybe for me. And, when you look at their faces, though, there's quite a bit of, at least vulnerability. Then the more I looked at it, it was maybe some of this more darkness, you know, that they had experienced. Probably knew that they would experience just by existing. And yet, look at them. They are so, it's not really courageous because it's, you know, I just saw some confidence to just the responsibility or the need to be who you are in the space that you are in. And whatever that is, and to, you know, I don't know, there was just so much here once I started looking at it, but there is a part of the text today too about be not afraid. And the fishermen who are having such a great catch. That it, you know, these colors are just so vibrant, and then now they're invited to live in them. Or actually, I think George pointed out, and I didn't notice this before, they were not invited, they just followed. You know, they said, I don't mean it like, you know, oh, they're great, it's just like, this is the flow. And once you kind of, I don't know, water, you just evoked all the stuff that I was trying to think about with this, but I was seeing it as less of an option to be who you are because of this picture. And not an obligation. I can't really explain the other part of it. Maybe it'll come as I
Meditate on it,
yeah, we're taking these things.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
We need to sign off of Zoom. We can
Okay.
continue to talk, but Laura, you've been hearing the dinging. It's because
Is that what
they're
that is?
letting people into the 10:30 service.
Yeah,
And so
sorry.
we have to sign off. And so
Okay.
that's going to shut down the.
Thank you,
screen.
Laura.
But thank you everyone.
Bye, Laura.